All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Steelers' big win against the Jets on Sunday Night Football. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and this channel more, be sure to hit that join button down in the description below. And lastly, let's get a shout out to the live audience that watched the game with me yesterday night. I don't want to understate that because it was a pretty good time and I want to do it more for games. And I'm pretty sure our next game is another primetime game. And so we will have to see if I end up streaming that because it is a Monday and I'll have work. We'll see how things go. But yeah, I definitely do want to stream more games for you guys. So yeah, definitely get a shout out to the live audience. And today is a very good Victory Monday, man. It's been a while since a Victory Monday has felt this good. Low-key, it's been since, I want to say, maybe weeks 1 or 2 of this season, and then before that, it was like the Mason Rudolph times. Because, of course, we came into the season with pretty low expectations, at least from the outside world. Steelers fans ourselves, we had pretty high expectations about this team. And then, but it was Justin Fields out there. It was a completely different roster than what we have now. Because we made that change at quarterback, and it seemed to make all the difference in the world. So, not to take too much away from Justin Fields, but it can't be understated about how good the offense looked yesterday, how open the passing game looked yesterday. And this guy right here, man, he might be the reason for it. And let me get a gunshot. It's been a while since I had the gunshots. I took them away, I bring them back. I take them away, I bring them back. I'm still trying to find that happy medium with it. But Russell Wilson, him being back, we got to bring the gunshots back. So shout out to all the people who wanted them. And hopefully it's not too loud and intrusive. But yes, the world was against this man, Russell Wilson, man. I won't lie. Even coming into the season when we were like the happiest about the guy, it was like it was just like, he's washed. Oh, he's not going to be very good. Oh, Justin Fields, he's not going to be very good either. We have two quarterbacks who suck, and he's not a Walter Payton Man of the Year like his patch says. There was just all a bunch of nonsense, all a bunch of noise. And then fast forward to like when the quarterback change happened. I won't lie, I was a bit, shook about it. I was a bit sus about it, but that was because of just the context surrounding it. That was because Justin Fields had led us to 4-2, and like we were looking pretty good. But Mr. Mike Tomlin and Mr. Russell Wilson, man, they had bigger plans. They had a deeper vision. They saw something that I couldn't even see, and that was 37 points scored by the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football against the New York Jets. Obviously, and I didn't talk about this in my video yesterday, but obviously the Jets have been kind of plagued by injuries. I believe they had people in the secondary going down all game. There was another player who got like carted off, so definitely prayers to him. But their defense kind of was going through it in terms of like injuries, so you take that into account. But past that, you know what I'm saying? Like our offensive line is hurt, so I don't want to like give them that crux because our old line is hurt. We've had some hurt players on the team already. And so like, our offense, we just dominated them, man. Like there is no asterisk, there is no like hearsay, they say we just dominated the New York Jets yesterday, right? And I'm very happy with it. And like I said, it was Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson versus the world yesterday because Russell Wilson, he started it out. He threw some balls in the dirt. The offense was looking stagnant for a second, and boy, oh boy, was a Creasier, a.k.a. Heinz Field, just raining down in boos, man. It was like, boo, we want Fields, clap, 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 clap. We want Fields. Like, it was just going crazy. Like, we seen, too, they kept panning to the crowd, and it was packed. Heinz Field was packed out with fans. They had celebrities there. They had Antonio Browns there. They had all types of people in a Creasier watching Russell Wilson get his first start. And I just I don't want to apologize. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to apologize for perhaps sleeping on the vision, but I just want to make it known that, hey, Mike Tomlin, he stood on this. He said that this decision was his and his alone to make. He didn't really have any influence to it to start Russell Wilson or to bench Justin Fields. He just woke up and was like, today is the day I'm doing it. I'm pulling the trigger. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna name Russell Wilson the starter, and it is what it is. And then George Pickens ends up leaking it to the media. Maybe that was an inside job, low key. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it was an inside job that George Pickens did that. But yeah, it was Mike Tomlin. He wore it. He said, yeah, this is my decision. And since it was his decision, he was going to take all of the slack if it didn't work out. If we looked like ass yesterday, Mike Tomlin would be getting absolutely destroyed right now by the Pittsburgh media. Mike Tomlin would be getting absolutely destroyed by the ESPN media, by the worldwide media. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be getting killed. But because it worked out, I'm here to give Mike Tomlin his flowers, man, because, hey, he saw it. Like I said, he saw the vision. Russell Wilson saw the vision, and we just got to keep stacking these W's. You know what I mean? So, like, shout out to Mike Tomlin for that. Shout out to Russell Wilson for that. I had this tweet on the screen here because it just has me dead. Love that the wristband is still on in the press conference. Russ is so locked in. Man, Russell Wilson is so locked in. This guy still has his wristband now. We can see the play still. He has full pads. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't have his helmet on right now. And, like, this is what I mean with this guy, Russell Wilson. He's just inspiring. He's an enigma, man. And I love the guy, and I'm glad that he's on the team. I'm glad that we were able to start him and have a good game yesterday. We had a lot of success, and once again, it just reflects back to the beginning of the season, because I know we got kind of caught up, at least me specifically. I got kind of caught up in the Justin Fields week 6 or 6-week experiment, but now we are on the Russell Wilson experiment, and this was an experiment I was happy for. This was an experiment I was like, hey, I was saying we should get Russell Wilson. We still had Kenny Pickett on the team. You know what I mean? So this was a long time coming for me too. And so to see Russell Wilson ball out, to see George Pickens get a touchdown, to see Van Jefferson get a touchdown, to see Naji get a touchdown, to see Muth make a one-handed grab, to see Darnell Washington get involved in the plays, to see Connor Hayward. No offense to Connor Hayward, but he did not catch a single pass yesterday. You know, not too much on the guy, but when Connor Hayward is catching passes, it gets a little spooky. Also, shout out to Calvin Austin. He had a pretty nice deep ball there. I want to say he had a drop too, which wasn't the best thing to see, but he had a pretty nice like 40-yard pass or something like that. We still have to wait for Roman Wilson, as he's been hurt, but maybe, man, when we get the Wilson to Wilson connection, maybe this team is going places. Maybe this team is going to the Super Bowl. Next up, what do we have to talk about here? Oh, Beanie Bishop, man, it cannot be understated. Beanie Bishop had an absolutely fantastic game yesterday. Low-key saved it for us. So you can see this play right here went for damn near a 1-yard line. This play right here was almost a pick six. If Beanie Bishop like tapped it and then Garrett Wilson like kind of bobbled it because he tapped it, like I don't think his concentration was there, because he was like, oh, this is like an incompletion now. Oh, this isn't going to work. And so he ended up dropping it, and of course Beanie Bishop takes it all the way damn near, and just a fantastic game. An undrafted rookie playing against Aaron Rodgers, playing against a preseason highly rated team in the New York Jets, and he just gets the job done. Like, it is just a fan. Like, I might fuck around and get a 31 jersey now for Beanie Bishop, because it was just that kind of game for the guy, and I'm very excited he's on my team. And also shout out to, if you see Patrick Queen in the back here, shout out to Patrick Queen, just cause like he was doing his thing. And also shout out, I don't know if I should shout this person out, but there was a point in the game where someone like ran on the field, and I'm not going to talk about what they were saying, what they were doing, but it definitely did drag on the game a little bit, and just the vibes were high in a Acrisure Stadium. The energy was high. I bet if we were getting blown out, that person wouldn't have did that. But because we were killing, because Beanie Bishop was out here, because he was a ball hawk, it allowed for the fans in the stadium to be excited and run out onto the field. Now, definitely, hey man, we're gonna need to up the security in all 32 stadiums. I'm not gonna lie, because that person made it to about the 50-yard line. That was a bit ridiculous. But other than that, I can't really be mad, because the Pittsburgh Steelers were balling, they were hooping, and Beanie Bishop is just a guy. Like, Beanie Bishop, will you marry me? Like, for real. At this point, like, we got to come together, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Holy matrimony type shit. Next up. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about right here. This is a video. I'm going to hopefully get it loud enough so you guys can hear, because I've been struggling with that lately. But Mike Tomlin was asked this question, and let's see what he has to say.
Was that one of your boldest decisions?
They asked him, I don't know if you guys will hear it, but they asked if that was one of Mike Tomlin's boldest decisions to start Russell Wilson.
Go with 3.
That's why.
From East Liberty.
That's why I'm well compensated.
That is why he is well compensated and walks up. Mike Tomlin, Mike Tomlin is my hero, man. I love Mike Tomlin. That is why I am well compensated, ladies and gentlemen, because it's true. That is why he makes the big bucks. That is why Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL. That is why, like, every time it's, oh, we got to fire Tomlin, it's just nonsense, because this guy is a hooper. He knows football. He knows ball. And I'll be honest, thinking about it, like, I know there was a lot of people in the comments for sure saying, like, yeah, like, Russell Wilson is the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. But that was just until the news happened. Before the news happened, we were all in on Justin Fields. Nobody was thinking about Russell Wilson except for Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin had it in the back of his mind, yo, wait till we hit him with this one. We're 4-2 now. Justin Fields, you did your thing. Honestly, with the context, like, Justin Fields, you put us in a fantastic position, brother. You did your job tenfold. Like, you absolutely did your thing, and you allowed us to be 4-2 with Russell Wilson coming back into it. He was hurt. If we didn't have Justin Fields and we had Kyle Allen out there, would we be 4-2 with Russell Wilson coming back? Probably not, and it would be a super duper uphill climb. Now we're just riding the wave, low key. If the Ravens lose, we're back in first place. So shout out to Justin Fields for that, and then once again, shout Shout out to Mike Tomlin for this. This is a funny like freeze frame right here. Maybe I'll make this the thumbnail. Who knows? But next up, 2 weeks, 2 different quarterbacks, and 2 30-point games by the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a very nice picture of Arthur Smith. Holy shit, they took this with an eyeball. But yeah, Arthur Smith, the offense, like it's super duper expanded. The playbook super expanded. And so like to see how it looked with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson per se, this was a guy, Arthur Smith. People wrote you off, man. People were ready to clown Arthur Smith. People ready to fire Arthur Smith. Low-key, through one drive last week, I was ready to fire Arthur Smith. I was done with it. Like, our play calling is horrible. We keep throwing these stupid screen passes, and then all of a sudden, man, Russell Wilson just started taking the ball down the field. George Pickens started making a circus catch after circus catch after circus catch. And yeah, if Russell Wilson, like low-key, it was his first game, he still has to get his feet back under him. But there were some like underthrown balls. Like imagine when the throws are actually there. Like imagine when Russell Wilson is actually like adjusted to the game. Like of course you don't want to have that happen in week 7. You know, it's week 7 and we're sitting here like getting Russell Wilson adjusted, but it is what it is. That's just how the cookie crumbled. And it doesn't matter though, because 2 weeks in a row, 30-point games out of Arthur Smith. Matt Canada who, man? We you know, they were saying you were Matt Canada, Arthur Smith. They were saying they couldn't see a difference. They were like doing the glasses meme like, like, is it the same? It's the same pick. That's what they were doing to you, Arthur Smith. But guess what? You stayed hungry. You stayed locked in. And that was just an absolute banger performance out of you and the offense, man. And so lastly, the last thing I want to talk about here, Naji Harris is back-to-back 100-yard rushing games. Against the Raiders, he had 106. Against the Jets, he had 102. Naji Harris has never not had 1,000 yards in his career. And so this is just shaping up to be another like fantastic performance. Low-key, Naji Harris has brought my fantasy team back to life because we had like the bar, it was like 99% lose, 1% win. After the Naji Harris game, we're back up to like 55-45. I need Marvin Harrison Jr. to have like 13 points tonight, and we can come back in fantasy. All because Naji Harris and George Pickens fucking ate today. And I know what you're thinking. Man, like you had Naj and George Pickens on your team. Like, are you crazy? I am crazy. I am a little nuts. But with that said, my fantasy team is 4-2, just like the Steelers were 4-2, looking to go to 5-2. So hopefully we can get the job done. But yes, my running back room, I'm not proud of it. I love Naji Harris in real life, but in fantasy, it can be a little bit of a struggle with the guy. But back-to-back weeks, he's had great games in fantasy. You know what I mean? George Pickens yesterday had about 20 points in fantasy. So shout out to both of them. And yeah, like Naji Harris, once again, I apologize for the slander sometimes. I know you are a capable running back. I know you're a good running back. And if we can continue stacking these performances, then the sky is the limit, man. We're going to get you back under a contract. Someone is going to give you a big contract. And, you know, we're going to do our thing. So I love Naji Harris. I love all of my Steelers. And I'm just very happy to be a Steelers fan today. And so I think that is going to do it for me. I just kind of wanted to circle back here on this Victory Monday. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I think we have the, who do we play next on that? We have the Giants next. Listen to me. I know with this team, I know what a trap game is. I know that the Giants have not played well and the Steelers we're kind of balling. We're 5-2. I know this is grounds for, hey, we're going to lose to the Giants just like we lost to the Colts. Please, can we not do this? It'll be like a day away from my birthday. Can we not do this, Pittsburgh? Like we have to, like the Giants are, they're not a very good team. I want to be respectful here. They are not a very good team. So all we got to do is lock in. It should be a layup gimme game for big Russell Wilson. He had the hardest game against the Jets. Now against the Giants, it should go a little bit easier. Like we should be able to kind of dominate them. We just put 37 points up on the Jets. We should put 37 points up on the Giants. You know, there is no reason for that. But be aware, for sure, be aware, guys out there. Like the Giants, you would think it's an easy game. It might not be an easy game, so we'll have to see about that. But we will talk more about that throughout the week and as we get closer to the game. Anyways, I think that is going to do it for me for this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. I make videos about the Steelers all the time, so if that's something you enjoy, definitely check out some other videos on the channel. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.